Hello guys, welcome to another video, and this is the part 4 of Isolani chapter. And in this video we are going to see a famous demo of Jobaba Badur, who is very famous for his creative play. And we will see the game where Badur was playing with an isolated pawn, isolated queen's pawn, and how he converted his game, his initiative into a win. And we'll see that when we have isolated queen's pawn, how to play with that pawn, how to take your advantage, how to take your piece play, how to get the activity, and how to convert your game into win. So let's see. This position was there, and this was a game between Pavel versus Jovava Badur. And here, basically, last move white has played h3, which is definitely a waste of time and a serious mistake that it we can stop bishop g4, but black has something much bigger problem to solve, which is definitely knight is coming to e4. So that was the point, and white black immediately goes knight e4, ready to play queen f6 and queen g6, where he will threat lots of things with, I believe, that bishop to e3 or like that. So also this diagonal is very strong. Here black has played, or white has played knight b d4, trying to block this diagonal. Is black will play mkd1, which definitely made by queen f6, and bishop c1 is made by bishop h3. And due to the problem of hanging queen of c2, we'll see that how gh3, queen g6, king h2, bishop c7 check, king h1, and knight f2, queen f2, rook f2, and queen c2. Simple discover attack, and we are within the fields. And if you play bishop h2, then queen f6 simply also leaves you under pressure. Just see the bishop on b6, how strong it is against this pawn on f2, and this rook is completely paralyzed, it cannot miss. So here white has played knight b d4, black is following with the plan queen f6, bishop comes to e3, again the same story. If you play queen to c1, we'll be taking on knight d4, c d4, bishop d4, knight d4, queen d4, and black is within a pawn. And definitely I would say white is having slight compensation because of the double bishop, but black's piece activity definitely comes into the place fast. His pieces are developing faster, and knight is, I would not say this knight is no longer a bad piece than any kind of bishop, because it's a centralized knight controlling all the key squares f2, d2, and it's a very strong knight, and it's definitely worked for two bishops. So bishop b3 happened, and now at this moment, if you are checking this video, kindly stop it and think how black has continued the game. Definitely Jobaba Badur was a very creative player, and he also a very creative player nowadays, even he participates less in the tournament. But if you see his game, you will see that how creative the player was, and he definitely don't miss this kind of tactical blow. And already you have seen this thing, because the queen on c2 might be hanging, so bishop h3. It just lost this pawn. White has lost the pawn at h3. Here, tough defense which white could give is that the queen b3, knight d4, and c d4, bg4. Sorry, c d4, bishop to g4, and where black is a clear pawn up, and black should be winning in tactical area. But what black has played, it makes the task easier for Badur. So g into h3, and just stepping into black's plan, queen g6 check, king h2, and again I would tell you that king h1 is definitely a blunder, because knight d4, knight d4, bishop d4, just simply eliminating the piece which was defending the queen on c2, and it doesn't matter how are you going to take. If you take with the bishop into d4, then knight f2, rook f2, and queen into c2. Black is winning the queen on c2, which is completely undefended. So here white has played king h2, bishop c7 check, king h1, knight d4, knight d4, and now white is stopping the threat of at least knight f2. But here again, I would say another critical moment. If you have seen it earlier, then that's a very good thing. If you have not seen it, stop the video and think for a moment and find it out that how black should finish the game. So I hope you have thought for it, and let's see. White is having complete weakness on the rook square on h2. So black played queen d6. And surprisingly, there is no way to stop it. You can play f4, but there is knight g3 check is coming, and it is lost completely. Knight f1, then look at everything is hanging, is falling apart. So queen d6, knight f3 played, stopping queen to h2, and here simply black has played queen e6 and white resigned the game because there is no way you can stop the material loss. And if you ask me that how you will lose the material, because black is threatening here, simply queen h3 and rook e6, rook g6 checkmate. But how can you, if black will try to stop, white will try to stop with knight g1, this thing, and then again queen g6, maybe queen e5 even also, that works fine, that this thing. And again after knight f3, if you play, so simply I'll be playing queen f5 now. Again I cannot go back to g1 because of knight f2 check, and I'll take the queen, sorry, I'll take the queen here. So another point here is that if you try to play king g2, then also queen g6 check is coming, and king h1. Again the moment after king h1 is that we are going to play simply queen to maybe knight c3 check, or maybe knight f2 check, whatever you say. Knight f2 discover attack is coming, and we are going to win the queen. And if you try to stop this g3 h3 pawn with somewhere else, maybe I can't say remove. Yeah, there is nothing I think so much. Only knight g1 and king g2, those are the two moves available. And if you don't stop it, maybe you say that okay, I'm not going to stop, I'm going to move my rook somewhere else. Maybe c1, logically I'm trying to protect this queen, but after queen into h3, king g1 and rook e6, there is no way you can stop rook e6, rook g6 idea, and white king is getting checkmated. These pieces are just flowing, and you cannot defend this position. This king is completely naked, and black pieces are just springing life. Queen on h3, knight on e4, bishop on c7, rook is coming to g6. This is dead lost. Black is just going to get checkmated. So I hope you have learned something from this video, where we learned that how Joe Bahadur actually played with an isolated queen pawn, where you got piece activity against that isolated queen pawn, and how quickly he built up the attack against the white king and won the game in a nice manner. So I hope you like the video. If you have liked it, please share with your friends. If you have any suggestion, please comment it down below. And if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.